9. Okay, I'm excited. Before I hop in on this live, gratitude got to be the start of your day. I hope throughout the day you exercise gratitude. Something you're thankful for, whether it's 5 things, let it multiply throughout the day. Because I always reflect on the fact that you woke up today, somebody didn't. Somebody's wish list at an orphanage or a shelter is a bed, a blanket, a pillow. Simple things. You don't have to be wrapped up with the exuberant things that's extemporaneous in your lifestyle. It could be the simple stuff. Running water, that's a blessing. Third world countries don't have what we have. They don't have the option, the opportunity, the privilege. Somebody with terminal illness right now is finding a reason to smile. Somebody who's been in a wheelchair all their life, been in a hospital all their life, encouraging, uplifting, inspiring people that's around them. And you went around here grumpy? And you went around here grumpy? Don't tell me, oh, I'm going through a lot. I'm going through a lot. I got this stuff going on, man. You wouldn't understand. You know what I hear? I'm frustrated. I'm fatigued. I'm lethargic. I'm overwhelmed. You know why? Because you keep doing things from a survival mode. You still doing things from a trauma base. You still doing things from your own understanding. And it's throwing you off. And it's throwing you off terribly. You're not getting up at the proper time. You're losing your appetite. You're losing your edges. You're losing your hairline. Everything about you seems to be dysfunctional. You irritated right now because everything that you're doing is not working out. You're trying to control the narrative. You always want to be right. You want things to happen in your life like this. And it's not working out like that. And that's what's bothering you so much, because you're doing everything that you say you're doing, right? You saying you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but yet, same thing is transpiring in your life. Nothing. You robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's real stressful. You know what's more stressful? The fact that you think you can do it all by yourself. That's what's really wrong with you. Yeah, that's what's really wrong. You can't do it by yourself. You can't. There is no way you can find yourself wrapped up with this false sense of reality that you're carrying. That life is going to be this way and that way. It's not. At the end of the day, those pills not going to help you. That drinking not going to help you. The clubbing is not going to help you. The random sexual acts that you're involved in is not going to help you. The gambling is not going to help you. It's not. At the end of the day, you're going to need God, Christ, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever name you want to call him. He's going to give you rest. The real rest that you deserve. The real rest that you deserve. He's going to give you that. When you start to understand that you need help, it's your trust issues. People give me, I'll be so entertained when I see individuals who tell me about a problem. You know what's wrong with you. You know why it's happening. You know who's responsible for. You know how long it's been going on. But you don't know how to fix it. But you know how to complain about it, though. You know how to get wrapped up about it. You know how to challenge people about it. You know how to, all of this stuff. But you don't know how to pray? You don't know how to pray? You don't know how to pray? You don't know how to relax? You don't know how to trust? You don't know how to exercise gratitude? You don't know how to be thankful? But you have wants and needs, though. But you're selfish. You want God to bless you, but you're selfish. You're selfish. And that's a hard reality for a lot of us. Some of us swear up and down that We doing everything right. Because you know we got this checklist. God is our genie. Christ is our genie. Yahweh is our genie. So whatever name you want to call him, you figure I did everything. This week, I went to Bible study twice. Last week, when it came to my 10% in church, I put 20% in. I helped the old lady. I took my friend to work all week and I didn't ask for no gas money. And then it get a little uncomfortable. As you sit back and reflect on that, you tell yourself, why am I working out? I'm doing my checklist. I went to church and Bible study. I prayed for 4 people this week. Why isn't God blessing me? I asked for God to bless me with this house, this car, this marriage, this weight loss, but he's not blessing me. But if you would really pay attention, that COVID that you had, people were unalive from that though, right? And you're still here. That car accident that you was in, you walked out without a scratch. That bill that you know you was gonna pay for, it got paid for. But we ain't evaluating that. Those groceries that you get out of nowhere that was all on sale mysteriously, and it was everything that you eat, everything that you cook. Funny though, right? Then reflect off of that. Your car started up, you would think about that. You woke up this morning. You ain't reflect off of none of that stuff. That bullet that went past, that hit your windshield but didn't hit you, you didn't think about that? He didn't protect you? We always misconstrue blessing with a house, a car, a whole lot of money. Not that your health's in order, your heart beating, your lungs functioning, your brain activity where it is. Somebody in a rehab hospital right now learning how to pick up a spoon, learning how to walk again, and they in their 30s and 40s. Somebody's in the vegetable state right now. Somebody's doing a third of what you're doing right now is in a psych ward because they broke down. But God's not blessing you. God didn't help you. This is some of a misconception. See, what I've noticed when people love to tell me, sidebar, but we get into it though. Yeah, I'm getting to the fresh cooking real quick. People have a misconception when it comes to my experience with the guy, with gospel, like he's a restaurant, like he's a grocery store, like he's a gas station. I tried him, it just didn't work out for me. You tried people, you didn't try Christ. You learned about Christ. You learned about his history, but you didn't follow his instructions. You didn't learn from him. You learned about him. You didn't learn from him. Because if you did, every problem that you have is in the Bible. Every situation that you're going through, that you are struggling with right now, it's in the Bible. It's the story, analogy, a parable for it. But you didn't want to take the time to do all of that. You know what you thought you had to do? Your little checklist. Checking it twice. I spent time with my kids. I didn't curse somebody out. God, it's your turn now. But what you didn't understand is he gave you some instructions though, right? But you didn't want to do that though, right? You don't want to do that. Because when it came to the part you're supposed to do, you walked away from it. Oh, that's not the Bible. My God, see, you think your God is a genie. You think your God is going to, your wish is my command. If you praise me and you read a few scriptures for the week, it's going to work out. But then when stuff that you need to do, like apologize, like forgive, like reflect on your life and grow from it, like challenge yourself, like help somebody that you don't know, pray for somebody that you don't like. That's not in the Bible, right? Now you want to run away from it. And then the infamous people who don't like God because they think he's not looking out for them. When I was in church, I had a bad experience with a pastor, a deacon, a first lady. So I just ain't into that no more. Funny you say that. That's funny. When your barber messed up your hairline, you didn't stop dealing with barbers. You just went to another one. When a beautician, you didn't stop getting your hair done, you just went to another. When the car lot, when the grocery store, when the job. You see where I'm going? You see how we so selective with stuff that we, quote unquote, don't do anymore? But when it comes to everything else, that relationship, you didn't stop dating. You didn't stop getting married. You didn't stop trying gyms based on your experience. But when it comes to God, you don't want to trust him no more. You don't want to try him no more. Nah, because he did you wrong. Did he do you wrong, or did that pastor did you wrong? When I think about people lose the gospel as if it didn't help them in their time of need, it just doesn't add up. The Bible's not bad. The hand that it was in, the person who interpreted, they was wrong. Not the Bible, not the gospel, not God. But on your eyes, I'm done with. I'm just done with. I'm through. But you had that faith in that gambling, that lottery ticket. You haven't won it at all. You've been doing that lottery for over 20 years. You've been starting that business that's been sinking and putting you in debt. And you still with that relationship, that man, that woman, you got more faith than that. But not God. That baffles me. I can't wrap my head around it. You got more faith than that designer, that bad service that you're getting, but you keep going to that restaurant because it's convenient. Message. It's convenient. You keep dealing with that dead-end job because it's convenient. They get the bills paid. So you see the benefits in it, so that's okay. But you don't see the benefits in trusting God? You don't see the benefits in praying? And having you want grace and mercy when you make a mistake, but when somebody mess up in front of you, you want to take their head off. See, it's your attitude that determines your altitude. Your attitude of gratitude plays a big role. Whether you get blessed in the way that you want to or not, you still got to thank him. You still got to praise him. So, we come to church, synagogues, temples to see what we can get. If we know we got a job interview coming up, or a big decision that you got to make, or a power move you're going to do, guess what we do? Run to church. Yeah, I'm finna go ahead and get these plays out the way. I'm finna do my part. Because I know next week, I'm going to need God, so let me do my part. And then nothing happened. And now you saying you're done with it. The whole concept of going to church is what you can offer God. Even if he don't do nothing else for you, he already did enough. But you don't see that. He already done enough for you. Him on the cross, that was enough for you. Him make sure you wake up in the morning, that was the blessing that he's doing that you were unaware of. It's technically enough. But we so wrapped up with these tangible things. Where my husband at? Where my wife at? Where my house? Where my car? I should be on the beach. I should be on the yacht. You self-righteous. You feel like you deserve all of this stuff. Christ knows that the little things that he giving you now, you're struggling with. If I was a little taller, the height that you have right now, you don't do nothing with. If I was gifted with this, the gift that you have right now, you're abusing it. The skills that you have right now, you mismanaging that. And you upset? And you upset. But you want to say your experience with God, which it wasn't really with God, it was with people. You idolized that pastor like that was your everything, and they told you something that convicted you, or they try to coach you or correct you, and all of a sudden you don't want to go to that church no more. I just ain't dealing with that no more because I'm cool. So now you're going to put your energy into crystals, tarot reading, the universe, and all this other questionable things that you guys be doing that don't get you nowhere. So many people have a bad experience when it comes to everything else, and they keep trying again. But when it comes to God, his grace and his mercy is the reason why you sit on this earth, why you're still breathing your purpose. He still blessed you even though you don't even know him yet. Some of you guys are still unbelievers and he still got you. Some of you guys do so much wrong against him unknowingly. You guys are so self-reliant on your own understanding, your own reason. But if you think about your morals, who taught you love, all that, your conscience, that came from God. And you think you're an unbeliever, I just don't believe in this and that. But who taught you that moral code? Who taught you right from wrong? How to love? How to be there for somebody, loyalty? Who taught you any of that stuff? That was instilled in your database. But yet, you don't believe it's a higher power. But yet, you don't trust God. And in so many ways, you tell yourself, I'm straight, I'm gonna do it myself. And that's why you stress out. And that's why you have high blood pressure. And that's why you have diabetes. And that's why you overwhelmed. And this is why you don't know if you're coming or going. This is why you have trust issues. Because you put so much into everybody else who let you down. God has never disappointed you. But yet, you keep playing these games. You got to understand, God has always been there for us. God has trusted us so many ways. He puts things in front of us. And until we learn to honor and respect, because he don't need nothing from us. He just want our praise. He want our consistency. See, you know what we do when we go to these churches, synagogues or temples? We do a little bit here and there, the people that we don't know, and that's easy. It's super easy to do some stuff for a person that you don't know, you don't have a relationship with. But that family member, that husband, that wife, them kids, the people that continue to do you wrong on your shift, them the ones, when you learn how to be that way and still exercise the gospel, be that example, walk that walk, talk that talk. Because once again, if a person ever had no experience with the gospel or God, Christ, whatever you want to call them, and they see you, you the representation. You the representation. That's what we don't understand. We think when we go to church, it's church. You consider the church. How you walk, how you talk, how you think, how you operate, how you solve problems. When you get into misunderstandings with people, that's when you want to see where you stand. Because we always good when we got 8 hours of sleep. When our stomach, our belly's full, we amazing, we immaculate. But how about when you got 3 hours of sleep, you hungry, you stressed out, you low on gas, bills due, and somebody come to you for advice? When somebody come for you for some encouragement, some enlightenment, that's what the real you, that's when the filters is off. And now we got to see if you stand on what you preach. Because you play these games where we love God, we love God, we love God, we love church. Amen. We want to run up in front of the podium, jump up and down, act like we get the Holy Ghost until you tell you no, until that door's closed, until you break up that relationship, until you lose that job. And now all of a sudden, God, why have you forsaken me? Wow, that's not it. When you think it's God, 9 times out of 10 is probably your lack of discipline. The fact that you lost that job because you was tardy. You lost that job because you was tardy. You lost that job because you come in drunk. You came in high. That's why you lost that job. That relationship, you didn't respect the relationship because it was one-sided. Either you was undermining him or he was not appreciative of you. He stunted your growth. But you think when it happened, the enemy's working. Why is it when it's good things is God and his bad thing is the enemy? You think God didn't hear what was going on behind closed doors? You think God didn't see that text? You think God wasn't aware of their intentions? But let you tell it, it's the enemy. Could it be a lack of discipline? Could it be your desires? The enemy didn't make you pick up that bottle. The enemy didn't make you pick up that blunt. The enemy didn't make you go to that casino. The enemy didn't make you go to that club. You was so excited. You was psyched. You was amped up to go up in there. And when the things didn't work out in your favor, the devil's busy. That don't sound right. We give the enemy too much credit over things that we have control over. But once again, it's the enemy's fault. Not really. It's your lack of understanding. It's your lack of trust. It's your trauma. There's some things we're gonna need God for to help us win the spiritual battles, and with our emotions, we're gonna need some type of counseling, some form of mentorship. When I mentor individuals, I always explain to them, you need somebody older, so explain to you about the history. Somebody your age range to keep you at a certain pace. Somebody younger than you that you can mentor to keep you accountable. So that way you continue to pass the message along. We can't do it all by ourselves. We can't think. It's a reason why we have a community. It's the reason why we have testimony. The Bible was nothing but case studies of people who had a situation, they trusted God, transformed them, they gave a message. Your testimony, your story right now, what you've been through, somebody got to hear it. Somebody needs to hear it. Your story, your testimony is somebody else's survival guide. If you only understood how important, stop being wrapped up with what they're going to say about me. They might judge me. We all going through something or went through something. We just hide it better than other people. So always remember, when somebody try to ridicule you, they don't have the fortitude or the grace or the feeling that you have to speak about the things that you spoke about. And people, I don't want to do this. That's pride and shame. God talks about that, don't it? You will never see me. It's an entitlement. Oh, what I deserve. Who are you again? Last time I checked, I thought you was a broken individual that looking for some guidance. The church is a hospital. Everybody respond to treatment though, right? We all respond different when it comes to treatment. Stop focusing on people pleasing. You get that people pleasing because self-esteem is a question. I just don't know how people can be this way towards me. I'm a good person. No, you're not. Because you lie. When people say they don't lie, I don't get this transparent moment when it comes to myself, because I'm here for it. Frey 99. At least about 13, 14 years ago, when I thought I wasn't a liar, so I thought, I had a moment with my child. And I didn't have no heat in my house. I didn't have no groceries in my house. But I had a best friend that got paid on a particular day when I had my child. So my manipulation tactics kicked in. My hustle mindset kicked in. The lies started. I called my guy because I know he got paid. I know he loved to cook. I know he has kids that love my child. So guess what I did? Brought them over there. Well, I brought my child over there. They hung out. My whole plan was they're going to hang out, have fun. My child is going to spend the night. Manipulation tactic. I act like I want to hang out with my guy, but really, I'm hungry and so is my child. So instead of me being open, honest, and transparent with my friend and explain to somebody I need some help, I staged a whole fake, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, man, we gonna come over and hang out. But I know at the end of the day, my child gonna want to spend the night with his kids. I know that. I was 90% sure that was going to happen. And it did. And you know what I did? I faked like it was going to be a big deal. I don't know. If they could spend a night, my child could spend a night. I don't know. But on the inside, that was my plan all along. So I misused my friendship, my fatherhood, my gift of gab, and I persuaded them by setting the scene. But it was always a lie. And God revealed that to me years ago. So when you think you're not a liar, you never manipulated, yes, you have. Same way how you get around somebody that you know got a heart of gold. You know you need a ride to work because your car broke down. So while y'all talking, you keep insinuating about transportation or food or help with bills. And you know they have a heart of gold. What you call that? A scam, a lie, manipulation? Your pride didn't want to come to them from a humble standpoint. Nah. That hustle mentality, that's trauma. That's just an entitlement. When somebody got a position at your job and you feel like you deserve, that's just an entitlement. That's pride right there. That's ugly right there. That's what we got to work on. We think we deserve everything. I work so hard. She don't deserve this. But how about maybe God was teaching you, I want to see how you act when somebody get the blessing that you wanted that's in your circle. I want to test your character that way. We never think about that. Well, I want to see how you act if I don't bless you and you wanted to be blessed. How you gonna respond then? Well, I'm gonna see how you act when the person that you love throws you off. Do something against your will, because you know we love to control. Control comes from fear. Fear of the last time I let somebody do something in my best interest, they hurt me. So that way I'm judging everybody else based on that criteria. I'm gonna do it. I gotta drive. I'm gonna cook. We gonna have Christmas at my house. Control, 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 control. Because when you was a child, your voice was taken away. You felt invalid. They made you feel like everything that you said didn't make no sense, and they dictated your every move. So as you got older, you know what you told yourself? I'm gonna do things my way. I had to clean every day when I was a kid. So this is how some of you guys operated. Your punishment was cleaning. So guess what? When you get home as an adult, your house is junky. Your punishment was working out all the time. When you messed up, your dad made you run. So as you got older, you became overweight. Your punishment was doing some type of work or labor. You know what you're doing right now? You're living off of Section 8. Because what was taught in your life that could have been disciplined and probably was extreme, it affected your subconscious. And now you liberating yourself, quote unquote. And now you're attacking everything else in your life. Because you showing your mama, your daddy, your guardian, whoever groomed you, that I'm doing things my way. You can have the freedom to not brush your teeth, but the consequences are cavities. You can have the freedom of not working, but the consequences are poverty. You can have the freedom of attacking everybody else, but the consequences are you're not growing. You can have the freedom of trusting God, and the consequences are frustration, stress, medication. Find yourself in prison. Find yourself paranoid. And that's what you want? You're not tired of doing things by yourself? You got help around you, but I don't want nobody to think they did anything for me. You prayed for help. God brought a friend that you don't even like no more, and you ain't accepting that. You just prayed for this, and God brought it to you because it didn't come gift wrap, and it come from a person that you like, a family member that you value and respect. I don't want that. That job opportunity, how many hours, how much they paying? You're jobless. You prayed for that. You asked for help. God brought it to you, but you don't like how it's made up. We love to call God we need a favor, but we don't honor and thank him regardless. And you wonder why he don't give you nothing else, because you're selfish. You're too entitled. That attitude is too ugly. You holding on to the wrong things. You got to learn how to let go. And trust me, it's challenging. But you putting yourself in a bad space, and you wonder why you don't have no room to get you anything. God's giving you just enough for you to make it. Because you love to survive, but you don't want to thrive, though. For you to thrive and make room, that means you're going to have to reflect on your attitude, your mentality, your intentions, how you treat people around you. The comment section, because we love to say, oh, we good people. But when somebody say something that you don't like, that you don't even notice on the other side of the world, we put a nasty comment because we don't agree with it. You quick to confront somebody in the comment section, but you'll confront your boss, you'll confront your husband, your wife, boyfriend, your girlfriend, your brother, your friend. We strong in the comment section, social media. Oh, we strong. We big strong. But when it comes to our traumas, we don't confront them. We don't confront our traumas. We don't confront our fears because we're not fearful. We stand our ground, but we don't confront our mothers. And I be still wrapped up in my silence bring everybody peace. Your silence disrupt your peace. And now you don't have it. And that seemed to be the issue that we all suffer from. Doing things the safe way. Staying in the corner, being quiet. Because when I was quiet, everything worked out. But when you spoke up, you're wrong. For having boundaries, you're wrong. For having standards, you're wrong. For saying no, oh no, you wrong. How dare you not allow me to use you? How dare you not let me use your car? How dare you not give me your rent money? How dare you? What type of friend or family member are you? What type of lover are you? Right? That sounds so right when you say it out loud. Person make you feel guilty for taking care of yourself, loving yourself, get into your goals and aspirations, take care of your kids, take care of you. You feel guilty for that? You still people pleasing? You still guilt tripping? You still not trusting God? God's opinion only one that matters. People today can be here today, gone tomorrow. And that's so you gotta trust He's gonna give you rest. You sleep, but if you want real rest, you gotta just same way how our children are, our nieces and nephews. When they get into their arms, you see them so mad, they so irritated, they run around here with tantrums and everything. You think, what's wrong with them? 9 times out of 10, they sleepy. And the inner child in us is sleepy. The inner child in us is hungry. The thing that you've been doing is not working no more. It's not working no more. It's not working no more. He noticing that frustration, you being lethargic, is God waiting on you to turn to Him, lean on Him, confide in Him. Let Him be your source. He's not a resource, He's your source. Fall in love with His heart, not His hand. I promise you it'll work out a lot better. A lot better. God talked to me. I talk to God daily. I have Him to purge me from my pride, my entitlement, my titles, because once again, we get consumed. We get addicted to the claps, the applauses, the good job. But I got to remember that I still got work to do. I got to make sure everything lines up with His word. I got to make sure His desires are my desires. I got to make sure being obedient is mandatory. It's not an option. It's a privilege for me to honor God, to support God the best way, giving His message out, speaking on things that the world runs away from, testimonies and so on and so forth. My goal is to serve. That's once we learn to give, you'll be surprised how much you'll get back. And not in a people pleasing standpoint, I mean the way God programmed you to. You'll be surprised. So I did some things I just wanted to hop in on because I just wanted to breathe on some people about that. So this things for people to reflect on. So just remember, you got to start your day with gratitude. End your day with gratitude. He's the reason for it all, the good and the bad. And trust me, He got a message for you. That storm, He got a message for you. That argument is teaching you something about yourself that you got to tap into. But you got to step up. Put them hands together. And it's more than just saying grace over food. It's more than just at a funeral, more than at a surgery. It is in general. Just for the thing that you are unaware that He's doing. He's your protector, your counselor, your provider, your financial advisor, your friend, your father. Trust that. Big business.